Welcome to today's webinar, Automation and Systems, How to Leverage the Power of Tools and Teams to Free Up Your Time in order to do more of the things that you love. Today, we're going to discuss some ways that you can set up certain business tasks on autopilot by embracing automation technology. I'll also offer some ways that you can delegate certain tasks to a team designed to help your business run seamlessly while you focus on your clients and your zone of genius. But before we get started, how about a little about me? Hi, I'm Heather Gowrie, an AI and automation strategist who helps people use technology to streamline, automate, and improve their business. I've lived through the business burnout of trying to do it all yourself, and I learned the hard way that working together, we can succeed. I know that using AI and automation together will take you beyond just chat and not only improve our businesses, but our lives as well. So let's dive in. Many solopreneurs start their businesses thinking they need to be the only one who does everything. They are the only ones who can market their business. They are the only ones who can create their content. They are the only ones who can interview clients and prospects, and they are the only ones who can work with those paying clients. But we only have 24 hours in any given day, and being the only one makes a lot of work for a single person. Now, I didn't even mention answering emails, doing bookkeeping, or creating products for passive income. If you're not ready to hire a team of people to do the behind the scenes work for you, don't worry. You can still use automation technology to make some of your daily tasks easier to manage. Now, keep in mind too that if you're ready to delegate, hiring a VA or a technical assistant for minimal hours each month is a great way to start. And once you realize how much time is freed up between automation and delegation, you'll start to find more ways to use those options. Did you know you can automate or delegate almost everything in your business? And you don't have to be tech savvy to up level with automation, because the secret is you can hire somebody to do it for you. If you want to focus on bigger projects or hit your next level goals, not to mention stop spending all your precious time doing stuff you don't love, you need support. And when you get that help, either via automation or delegation, and that help focuses on the parts of your business that you don't enjoy doing, or those parts that you don't need to do yourself, you get to focus more on what you love. Now, this can happen two ways, delegation or automation. So automation means you're putting a tool in, such as a computer system or software, and it is designed to complete certain tasks. Delegation, on the other hand, means you're hiring a real person to complete those tasks for you. There are some tasks that are better suited for automation, and there are also some tasks that are better suited for delegation. But if you want to use both, then your business is going to open up a lot of free time for yourself on your schedule, and probably more time than you can imagine. So what kind of tasks is automation good for? It's good for tasks that happen at a specific time, tasks that don't need a lot of customization or creativity, and tasks that you think of simple, tiny little things, but yet they happen all the time. Delegation, on the other hand, is best for tasks that do require personalization or creativity. You can also delegate the task to set up automation, but before you can really truly figure out what needs to be delegated or automated, you need to actually figure out what your business process is. So let's just take a minute. Let's get off a little side tangent and talk about processes and workflows. Process is a sequence of related tasks that are needed to make your business function. Your onboarding of new clients is a process that's going to benefit from having some kind of system of related tasks in place. This would allow you to move quickly and smoothly throughout all the steps without forgetting anything, because typically onboarding new clients is the same steps repeated every time. Before you do any kind of automation or delegation, you need to write down those steps because that will help you train application or it'll help you train a person. Think about this. So you write down all the steps in your onboarding process. And then when you hire a new assistant, you simply give her the system directions. And she has a step by step guide, which would help minimize questions that she'd have for you and would help you continue to onboard clients without any disruption. Now, you could go one step further and provide screenshots documenting the entire process. And, it can be super detailed and time consuming to write all those tasks down. But very often it's a one and done thing, just like any kind of passive income, right? If you put the work in up front, you can have those processes working for you for years. And, you're probably going to make some tweaks along the way, but that's okay. Those will take so little time compared to the upfront time that you're going to spend now. But again, following that process is going to show consistency each time, and it's going to streamline your business. Now, think about every aspect of your business. We only talked about like onboarding new clients, but that is just a small portion of your business. I bet you already have a system for everything you do, and you probably don't realize it. And chances are you probably don't have it documented. Completely okay. So make it a goal to document one process. Standardized processes or SOPs are what separate crazy, chaotic businesses that drive their owners crazy from streamlined businesses where the owner has ample free time, free space, and room for creativity. It's really easy. So create an SOP, walk through the process yourself. You're going to write down each step. You can even make a video, just video the whole entire process as you do it. And then hand that over to somebody who's experienced with managing and creating SOPs because they'll be able to offer some streamlining tips as they move through that process with you. And then the final deliverable is that documentation for you. You'll be able to take that, review it, and know that your systems are documented well. Now, if you don't know which systems, which processes to start with, think about what you do every day. Think about what you do every week. Think about what you do every month. If you have other people in your business, think about what they do every day, every week, every month for you. Write all of that down, pick one, and start there. All right. Well, back to some automation. So once you've kind of outlined your process, then you can start streamlining with tools and a team. And a great place to start is with lead generation. Even if you have a full calendar, attracting leads is a must for any business. And of course, these leads not only become email subscribers and social followers, eventually they become paying customers as well. So businesses grow when leads come in the door. Now, the good news is thanks to software and technology, a lot of the lead generation process can be automated. But, it can be kind of confusing on where to start. Often we'll tell people, just start simple. Start by automating your welcome email sequence. All right. I don't need to teach you this probably, but to attract leads onto your email list, you typically have a free gift to give away. And then you offer that free gift in exchange for somebody's email address. So start simple. Start by having somebody set up your landing page for you. You will create the free gift and then delegate the landing page. The standardized work of creating that landing page, connecting your email marketing system, and then setting up that welcome sequence. You simply provide the content for the freebie and any content you want to include in your emails. Well, after you've delegated the creation of the email marketing and you have automated the management of your email system, you can then begin to promote. And promoting it yourself is useful, but you're never really going to reach the vast number of leads that you probably want in your business if you're trying to do it all yourself. So, more automation is going to come in and save the day here. Set up a webinar just like this one. And it's pre-recorded and it's going to allow your viewers to choose the date and time to watch that best suits their schedule. Now, sometimes people don't even realize that they're pre-recorded, but overall, a pre-recorded webinar is really popular simply because the viewers don't feel like they're stressed about trying to fit a specific date or time into a busy schedule. And then Facebook and Instagram ads, set those up, delegate that to somebody else to manage and monitor those Facebook ads. You don't need to check Facebook ad manager every day to figure out how many people have seen your ad. Simply have somebody else do it for you and then have them provide you with a metric and a dashboard to do it to review. Now, think of everything that you're going to be able to accomplish while your assistant is collecting all of the data from Facebook. And then you simply review that report and determine your next actions and your business's next action based on the data. So once you have your lead generation automated and delegated, another great way to spend more time doing what you love is to delegate more of those weekly marketing tasks. Now, if you think about all of that content that we create and all of the ways that we promote our businesses, both online and offline, which parts do you really not have the time or desire to do yourself? For me, that's social media. Social media is a never ending task. And the benefits of being able to use both automation and delegation with social media really freed up a lot of time for me. I simply started scheduling and sharing posts, having somebody schedule them. I create the content, I decide when I want it posted, and then I've delegated to other people. They'll go into my social media automation tool and they will schedule the content, set the time and date that I want it posted, and then that automation kicks in, manages that while myself and my assistant are doing other things. Now, instead of posting on multiple platforms, we use Zapier to connect our social media apps so that when we post to Facebook, it posts also to Instagram and LinkedIn at the same time. So everything gets automated and delegated, especially if I don't like to do it myself. One thing that I learned very quickly that delegating to somebody else is very helpful was researching hashtags. Now, hashtags are important on Instagram and they're on every other social media platform now as well. And I am not good at figuring out what my hashtags should be. So my assistant, who's very knowledgeable with social media, knows how to brainstorm and research hashtags and find the hashtags that yield results. So she does that. She formats and finds graphics for each social post so that I don't get sucked into this massive time sucker of trying to find my own graphics. And then she makes sure everything runs smoothly. She even suggests that old content that can be repurposed from one platform to another. So now you'll notice I didn't actually say I automated all of it. I have somebody do a lot of research and a lot of the overseeing for me, and they make sure that those automated processes run and work as intended. So I found that instead of myself having to spend 18 hours a day waiting and hoping for somebody to engage in a conversation, I simply had delegated a lot of the work to other people. And then they created a social media calendar for me where they can cross promote between my business page and my group and even cross promote to different platforms simply by referencing that social media calendar. It really streamlined the the time that I needed to spend on social media and gave me that time to focus on other items in my business. I know I'm stating the obvious here, but your business is only going to be successful if you collect money for those services and programs that you sell. You might have some local clients or older clients who want to pay by check, but most people want some form of online payment today. Now, if you don't have an online payment system already, you need to look for one that's going to set up reoccurring billing payments and reoccurring invoices, because those automations are going to save you time every day. Automatic billing is also known as subscription billing. It's ideal to set up for clients who pay the same amount each month. And this might be for private sessions, as part of a membership or group program, or your clients might have access to a mastermind program. If you're able to set up a single subscription payment process and then put that billing on autopilot for everybody, you'll be able to track the income without having to deal with the invoicing. And then also, most of the payment systems offer some kind of automatic invoice reminder emails. You can send these before the invoice is sent as well as after the invoice is sent. And you can set up the intervals for when the reminders are sent. That way you don't have to deal with it yourself. You don't have to track which payments are coming up, which payments are due, which payments are overdue, and send reminders. Let your invoicing and accounting system do that for you. Now, when clients use credit cards to pay their billing subscriptions, sometimes there's going to be an issue and you're going to see a few failed payments. This can be because of fraud detection or expired cards. And it just means that the automatic charge didn't go through. And to do that yourself, to manage those systems as well, does take a lot of time, right? Because you have to constantly remind people, hey, I need you to go in and do this, and you have to answer questions. Instead, have your online invoicing system track and send those responses. And you can actually create a frequently asked questions that could be sent as well to actually answer a lot of the issues and questions that come up. Now, I know we're talking about your finances, and it's nice to set it and forget it with automatic billing, but make the time to check your payments each month. Instead of doing this as an everyday task in your business, set yourself a reminder at least weekly to go in and make sure your payments are set for the correct amount for clients and that they're actually being paid. Billing mistakes are difficult to address. Don't let it overwhelm you, but take proactive action and review it. But don't wait for months. I tell everybody that all the time. But another great item for automation and delegation is bookkeeping. So you have to be able to track you have to know your numbers, right? But you don't have to do the detailed reconciliation of your books each month. If you were an accountant in another life and you love reconciling your books, keep doing it. If not, delegate and hire a bookkeeper. Now, bookkeepers will reconcile and categorize expenses, and they make sure that you have all your receipts in order. And then what they do is they help you prepare your books to present to an accountant at tax. So whichever way you go, doing it yourself or hiring a bookkeeper, again, make sure you keep up on those numbers and monitor your invoicing so that you fall behind and you keep the income coming into your business. Believe it or not, when somebody becomes a client, you do not need to be on call 24/7. Instead, you can automate the entire process of working with you and make sure that they still feel taken care of every step along the way. And automation is going to mean less work for you on your end. Client onboarding and client management is much more than simply filling out paperwork for new clients. It really covers keeping clients happy and well cared for during the entire time that they are working with you. Now, if you have an all-in-one project management platform, you can actually automate many of your client onboarding processes and tasks. And like we've talked about, that's a great way to get started. So you want to automate the client workflow. And this means that you could set up a client workflow that will trigger one thing to happen automatically after another. This could be sending a client contract right after an invoice has been paid, or sending a questionnaire right after a discovery call. Tasks like this are great for automation and can eliminate a lot of manual work for yourself or for somebody else. You can also customize it to your needs. Now, you might prefer to have a discovery call first, send an email, and then continue on with your workflow. Or you might prefer to send the contract first and then have the payment due after that. Setting up your own workflow as it suits your business and allows your automation process to manage and take care of itself is key for anybody who's going to help you set up. Now, many project management systems also allow you to set up email sequences for your clients. You can automate and track your interactions with the clients and prospects without having to dig through your email. I hate having to search email, and I'm sure you do too. So if you have a project management system that will actually automate and track your interactions with your clients, you can find all of that history quickly and easily without having to search Gmail. I know we've talked a lot about automation and delegation, and I'm sure you are ready to go out there and automate your entire business. In order to do that, I'd like to help you out by presenting you with the Bot Bar. The Bot Bar is automation at your fingertips. It's a monthly membership where every week a new AI-based bot or AI-based automation is available for you to use and to build into your business. I build bots and automations that are designed to streamline workflows and save small businesses money. I created the Bot Bar in order to focus on real problems and provide an outcome that can benefit everyone. I don't simply build GPT custom instructions that you then download and build out into your own GPT instance. Instead, I move us beyond just chat and build out automations that you can plug into your existing processes and existing delegations quickly. Now, like I said, most AI memberships, they only create custom GPT instructions that you then take to create your own chat bots. And then you have to plug in a lot of information into. And those memberships, they charge upwards of $100 a month. But the Bot Bar is moving from chat to actual automation and application integration. And we do that for only $9 a month. Yeah, that's right. I said it, $9 a month. And if you join in 2025, your price will never go up. As long as you are an active member of the Bot Bar, you're only going to pay $9 a month. You'll get access to every automation. You'll get access to every AI bot that we create as an active member, and you're only going to pay $9 a month. That's it. So if you have any questions about this presentation, about where to get more information around automation, delegation, or the Bot Bar, feel free to contact me anytime. My email address is heather@gallery.biz, or you can contact me directly through the links on this page. And I hope to see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.